we'd like to get some directions, but I will just preliminarily inform the court that pursuant to the information we got last,
yes,
the Independent Policing Oversight Authority did a letter to the Directorate of Criminal Investigations. Similarly, just like the defense, or rather Mr. Ombeta, requesting that the DCI institute investigations into the complaint. A copy of the letter is with me here.
You will return this. You will return this.
I return it.
Yes, it's internal correspondence.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, similarly, preliminarily, I have in my hand, on my left hand, a chain of custody envelope with what I believe is inside the subject phone, at least according to Mr. Jibril, who is on my left. For the avoidance of doubt, the letter to the DCI was received yesterday, the 19th of June 2025.
Is it the one? Is what? Is it the one you were with?
Yes. Barua atasambaza ataweka kwa mtandao.
I've shown my learned colleague Mr. Omari the letter, okay, which is an internal correspondence, yes, between the IPOA and the DCI.
Yes.
I believed him to be a gentleman until now, because I told him it is internal and he should hand it over. Yes. But he has already taken photos. So I humbly request that he doesn't share it, because it's internal correspondence. I would have violated my confidentiality to the IPOA. But he's a good man.
You hope not.
No, I almost became his boss, so that's why he's trying to please me next time I come here. I don't know. Yes, after he finishes, we can respond.
Your Honor, there is also Mr.
Is it Nicholas?
Mr. Naftali Ndwati is in court. Yes. He's a forensic officer
With the IPOA? Yes.
with IPOA. The two gentlemen, that's Mr. Ndwati and Mr. Jibril, were present when the phone was confiscated, or rather seized from the respondent. Then again, subject to directions, if needed, that either of them goes to the dock. I am informed that it is Mr. Ndwati that packed the phone, and in the presence of Mr. Jibril as a witness,
And OCS
And
signed.
the OCS.
and the OCS himself.
And signed.
All those parties signed this Caesar form, and that since then this phone has never left the chain of custody form, envelope. You know, having given that background, and again, the two officers are available should the court direct that they get to the dock. It is our belief that this matter is subject of investigations by the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, and that the least we say about it, the better for those investigations. But as always, we are subject to your wisdom and directions. Unless my seniors and Ms. Sonia has a word, we are most obliged.
I think basically you've exhausted most of the issues.
Yes.
So we appreciate you for that. So let me now put it to Mr. Ojwang.
First and foremost, we want to reiterate the government was taken by the commission called the Independent Police Oversight Authority. The password was submitted to the commission, not to an individual. the commission, while the phone and the password was in the possession of the commission, text messages emanating from an exhibit in the possession of the commission was sent to the public. This then falls clear under the ambit of a suspected criminal act having been committed. The Independent Police Oversight Authority has powers to investigate police officers only when they have breached the law. What we laid before this court is what the framers of the Constitution in Article 245 and 244 gave clear directions that any matters criminal shall be investigated by the National Police Service, and specifically the Director of Criminal Investigations. In light with those constitutional provisions, we have been told the Director of Criminal Investigation has been invited to conduct an investigation. This investigation is about the commission, IPOA, the commissioners. We shall not talk further on my part, because we expect the officers of IPOA to be a crime scene. The DCI knows that better. Your Honor, my good brother will talk about the status of, as of now, and Mr. Kangai, of my great concern as a lawyer for the respondent. One DIG, Mr. Eliud Lagat, has stepped aside to allow investigations.
Sorry, I am compelled to rise. It's our understanding, at least I think from our side, that we were coming to address the question, release that, and then end it at that. We could have time for other issues, including the stepping aside. I do not think that the stepping aside of the DIG has anything to do with the phone and the messages. We came here prepared solely for the response in respect of whether or not some messages would have been sent from the respondent's phone while the phone was in the custody of IPOA. That's a very limited issue.
Indeed.
The question about the DIG, Your Honor, is not here.
How does he know that people in Kericho, if they were to receive, have received them? So again, let us not waste time on speculations, things that he cannot confirm in an affidavit.
Your Honor,
How does he know? How does he know that he's saying so? Mr. Lagat, let me just finish. How do you know? How does Mr. Lagat know? He's the one who's been sending the messages.
That's not true. That's a very serious allegation, Your Honor.
Serious matter.
Yes.
And as a court here, we are seized with only that or in any way interfere with the investigation. I feel the trajectory we are taking, we are getting into the investigations.
I was just
and I think there are
bodies
bodies that are mandated, and I think I'm glad that already IPOA has written to the relevant body, agency, to conduct the investigations. Because if we descend to that, we will be belittling the issue that is before us. Somebody lost his life in a very strange manner. So let's not interfere with that investigation. I wouldn't want as a court that we get into the investigation. A complaint has been launched and quite valid. Messages have been sent. And I believe last time Mr. Obeta was in court, he even shared, I think, a text of the same to the applicants and the IPOA. So I think as it stands for now.
Your Honor, just to correct you.
Yes.
We did not see the message. You remember I made the application before court? As I call, we did not see those messages. I don't know if
I saw Mr. Obeta moving closer to you, approaching
inside.
you.
That time I was
not you?
submitting.
Okay.
I did not see
Okay.
them. And even after court, he did not share them with us.
So let's, Mr. Lagat,
Yes.
I'll allow you to proceed, but I just, for abundance of caution, let's not try to interfere with the investigations. This matter, let us take it to the seriousness it deserves. So I'll allow you to proceed.
That's in order.
With that in mind.
Since we received the report and the complaint, I've mentioned that
To be very privileged. We pray with them because I noticed they took photos that these documents don't get out of their hands. We really plead. This may not have to go on the record, but because we are sure this document has not gotten any other person insult. So in the world of this digital world where things run like fire, we pray that Master here and Mr. Lagat don't release it to people who it is not intended.
I hope also it doesn't come from your side, so that you have the matter settled. Let the DCI take over. We can take a mention date, if, as and when.
So also on the same breath, let me also surrender this, so that it doesn't come from the court. Yeah? Thank you. Let's we can come back on this and then also to report, on the same on that date. Is that fair enough?
That's fair enough. That's fair.
So we'll not be putting Mr. Jibril and Mr. Nduati on the stand. We leave it to the DCI now to carry on with the investigation. Alright, so God willing, we meet on 1st of July?
Yes.
As you wish, Mr. Witt, it's a safe journey to Obunga.
Yana, before you pen up, could the DCI be present to update the court? Because
Yes. Alright, so thank you, God willing, on the 1st of July. So we'll proceed with our other matter. So we can excuse you to leave. Okay, thank you. Have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Council.
It pleases you in the matter I'm Kanani, alongside my good colleague Mr. Omari, Mr. Lagat, who are present before this court. We continue this matter.
Your Honor, good morning.